to Service Sales Coach Joe Crisara.
Welcome to the Service MVP Podcast, the show that helps home service professionals master high-value sales, build stronger client relationships, and grow their business like never before. Join industry experts as they share real strategies that drive results. If you're ready to level up your service game, you're in the right place. Let's get started.
It's the Service MVP Podcast.
Intensive relationship as we were launching that book, and now we're continuing the relationship going forward. Ella, why don't we talk about why is this such an important factor for service and sales professionals to be able to not just get the relationship in the front end, but also make sure that the long-term benefits of that relationship. You want to talk about that a little bit and open up that subject?
That sounds really good. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, it's very important that we keep these relationships nurtured, especially in this age of AI. I think people will become more and more savvy about what's quick and easy and what really takes effort and love and care. So, for example, I really enjoyed your book launch. It was such a privilege to work with you and Julie and your team. And so when a media lead comes along that I think would benefit you or be a win-win for us, I think of ways to drop your name, tag you on social media and things like that. And so I was reaching out to Julie and asking if I could do that for y'all. And that's how this opportunity came about. So, it's just an organic thing when you care about people.
Well, tell me, how do you keep track of it all? Because I think one of the things that we meet so many people day in, day out, and there seems to be the people who are kind of floating across our desk for this week or whatever that we have, the immediate projects we have going, and then everything else kind of fades into the distance. How is it that you would recommend service or sales professionals or even just the owners of companies be able to nurture those long-term relationships so that they don't just fade into the background or they fade to gray in a way? It makes sense, or they stay present. How do you keep this kind of a thing moving forward so they kind of keep them always in the cycle here? What's an important element of that, would you say?
That's a really great question because we're so busy. We're so overwhelmed ourselves. Our systems matter on a daily, weekly, monthly, annually time frame. So daily, I start every day reviewing who will cross my path that day. I take a little bit of an unconventional approach. I had a business coach a long time ago who was a pastor. And so he really instilled in me the power of prayer. So I actually pray over the people who I will come in contact with that day so I can keep them in mind and their best interests in mind. Weekly, I sit down with my team and talk about who will cross our paths on a weekly basis. I do the same thing monthly. And then annually, every January, I sit down. It takes me about 3 weeks. It's quite an intensive process, but I do a process where I evaluate all of my past clients, my current clients, and then my future prospects. So it's, kind of a big picture view. And so if no one has crossed my path all year, I have one touch point every January at a minimum.
That's really interesting. That's interesting. So you kind of just like say, let's go ahead and just like make it a campaign where I'm going to go ahead and contact all the past clients or the people that you've done touch base with. And thank you for listening and watching the Service MVP podcast. I want to give you a copy of my free book. Just click on the link below in the description and one will be sent to you from me personally. Thank you so much for listening.